Good evening, doctors. My name is Ankur Gautam, and on the behalf of FDC and MedTalks, I welcome you all yet another episode of 52 Weeks of Diabetes Essential with Dr. Sanjay Kalra. Doctors, that today is the 52nd week of the second season of the Diabetes Essential. From next week, that we will start the season 3 of Diabetes Essential with new episode with new knowledge for you. Today's topic is hidden hunger, and today's session is brought to you by your zero calorie hydration partner, Inrazal Zero. Now, before giving the session to Dr. Sanjay Kalra, I would like to announce the last week winners: Dr. Sanjeev Puri from Hoshiarpur, Dr. Bharat Praveen from Surat, Dr. Anand Purande from Mumbai, Dr. Nitin Ghola from Pune, Dr. Ashwini Kumar from Kanpur, Dr. Ramesh Hegde from Bangalore, and Dr. Shantanu Kumar Bhattacharya from Kolkata. Thank you all for joining our quiz. And now, to enlighten us regarding the today's topic, hidden hunger, I would like to welcome our host, Dr. Sanjay Kalra, sir, President, South Asian Federation of Endocrine Society. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Ankur, and good evening, everyone. Like Ankur said, today is a special day for us. This is a legacy bequeathed to us by respected Dr. K. K. Agarwal, sir. He started Diabetes Essentials. The aim was to make diabetes management simple, easy to understand for each and every healthcare professional in the country. And Sir is not with us anymore, but I'm sure wherever he is, he will be looking at us, watching down upon us, and I'm sure he'll be feeling happy because we have completed 2 years now. Today, we are completing 2 years of Diabetes Essentials. We'll be back next week with you with even more exciting events, more exciting topics. But today, let me talk about something that is easily hidden from our purview. It's called hidden hunger. Now, if something is hidden, you won't be able to manage it, right? So you have to unhide it. And the first method of unhiding it is to know about it. So today we'll be speaking about hidden hunger. Now, what is hunger? We all know. Hunger means malnutrition. Initially, our colleagues, our researchers, clinicians used to think that there is only one type of malnutrition, which is protein energy malnutrition. Protein energy malnutrition is still reality in the world. Nearly 500 million people worldwide, adults worldwide, are underweight. In some districts of India, underweight percentage is up to 33-38% in adults. But then it was realized that being underweight or having protein energy malnutrition is just one type of malnutrition. There is another type which is even more common, and that is overweight or obesity. BMI more than 23 in India is overweight. BMI more than 25 in India is obese. And nearly 2 billion people, adults, are overweight or obese. So this is a second type of hunger or a second type of malnutrition. But there is a third type of malnutrition, which is even more common. And this is called hidden hunger. This is micronutrient deficiency. And two-thirds of all South Asians are affected with some form of hidden hunger or the other. When we speak of micronutrients, we have three types. First is vitamins. The second is minerals. And the third is fluid and electrolytes. So let's do it one by one. Vitamins, for example, the common micronutrient related malnutrition or vitamin related malnutrition or hidden hunger is vitamin D and vitamin B deficiency, especially D and B12. In minerals, earlier iodine deficiency was very common. Now we have iron and calcium deficiency. And the third one is fluid and electrolyte imbalance. So when you have a person coming to you with heat exhaustion, for example, or with hyponatremia, dyselectrolytemia, this is a type of hunger. It is a hidden hunger. So you might wish to use water and electrolytes. You might wish to use a home prepared ORS. You might wish to use a commercial preparation. For example, Enerzal Zero in persons with diabetes, Enerzal Blitz if you want a lower kind of sugar, and Enerzal if you want high sugar. So these are all the hidden hungers, three types: vitamins, minerals, and fluid electrolyte. Why is this important in diabetes? In diabetes, we keep on speaking of balanced diet, complete diet, comprehensive diet. We speak of person-centered balance between the various macronutrients, that is protein, fat, and carbohydrate. We also talk about weight optimization. But when we are focusing on macronutrients, on proteins, carbohydrates, complex carbohydrates, and fats, we sometimes tend to forget the micronutrients. We also should know that in diabetes, there is an increased risk of virtually every other disease, including GI diseases. So absorption may also be impaired. And therefore, hidden hunger, which is the presence of multiple micronutrient deficiencies. That is, again, let me repeat, vitamins, minerals, and electrolytes or fluid can occur without energy deficit, can occur in the presence of overweight or obesity. And this is a result of consuming an energy dense but nutrient poor diet, an imbalanced diet. It is very common and this leads to multiple complications. It increases the risk of non communicable disease, it increases the risk of heart disease and premature mortality. It reduces quality of life, it reduces productivity of our fellow citizens, and it impacts personal, family, and national health. So, therefore, we need to focus on this entire spectrum. Now that we've talked of it, now suddenly in your OPD, you realize yes, there is pallor in so many patients. If I didn't check, I will begin checking from tomorrow. There is iron. There may be a neuropathy. So, I will talk about vitamin B12. There may be something known as the MOAN syndrome, MOAN, musculo osteoarthro neuropathic syndrome. Patient coming in with the multiple aches and pains, moans and groans. It may be vitamin D deficiency, maybe calcium deficiency, maybe B12 deficiency. So I will supplement. So now we've begun realizing we need to do nutritional optimization of our patients, and not only macronutrient, also micronutrient. Another thing we're realizing is that when patients come in with the vague complaints like easy fatigability, giddiness, tiredness, of course, there can be a myriad of medical reasons for that, surgical reasons, but the commonest reason may be fluid electrolyte imbalance. So, in my OPD, one of the things I do is hydration. You must have seen in our hydration talks, water talks earlier, drinking adequate water reduces the risk of diabetes, reduces the risk of complications of diabetes. So, if a patient comes in with weakness, even in this season, it's not so hot here, and especially in summer, how do I differentiate between dyselectritemia and maybe unstable angina? The, the symptoms are so overlapping. So, what we do, we ask the patient to sit down, have maybe a bottle of Enerzal or Enerzal Zero, and we say, wait for 15 minutes. If you feel better, well and good. If you don't feel better, we'll do the investigations. We'll do an ECG, we'll do whatever else is required. More often than not, the patient improves. So we do focus on hydration. Now it is the holy month of Ramzan going on, and many of our patients will tell us, I cannot drink during the day, but they can drink at night. So at night, after iftar, they can take salty beverages, like maybe salted buttermilk. But at suhoor, if they take a lot of salt, they will keep on feeling thirsty throughout the day. So at suhoor, it would be a good idea to take buttermilk without salt, without spice. So minimize sugar, minimize spice, minimize salt, and minimize saturated fat at suhoor. Otherwise, it makes you thirsty. And one recipe shared by one of our patients this time is it is raita, lauki ya ghiye ka raita, which is water gourd or gourd raita. So a very cooling kind of a dish. Don't add salt or just add minimal salt according to taste. Add minimal spices. Garnish with a few leaves of maybe coriander or mint, that is dhania or pudina, and you take that as part of suhoor or towards the end of suhoor, and that keeps you going throughout the day without feeling thirsty, without feeling hungry. Now this is actually what we need to focus on. But then the question will come, is everybody at risk of hidden hunger? How much time should I spend on talking about this in my OPD? So spend time in the high risk patients, those who are at extreme of age, the very young and the very elderly, those who have increased nutritional requirements, adolescence, pregnancy, lactation, right? So this is demography. Then the nutritional history, those who are vegetarian and vegan, those who eat a lot of cereals, those who have a low diversity, food diversity index. So they keep on eating the same food again and again. Those who are on a fad diet, maybe, I say I'm on a keto diet or I'm on an intermittent fasting, things like that. So, demography and nutritional history. Extreme diets, fad diets, vegan, vegetarian, low diversity. And then medical characteristics. Patients with multiple comorbidities, complications. Patients with anemia, sarcopenia, osteopenia, all surrogate markers of nutritional deficiency. Patients with GI symptoms, pancreatic diabetes. Patients who use drugs like laxatives or proton pump inhibitors. And then patients with anemia and neuropathy, which are direct markers of vitamin deficiency or mineral deficiency. All these we will speak more, but if while examining the patient, you can see symptoms of micronutrient deficiency or see signs of micronutrient deficiency, unhealthy skin, unhealthy hair, unhealthy nails, neuropathic ulcers, then it means you need to focus more on hidden hunger. Uh, Once we do this, we will be able to understand how common hidden hunger is in our OPD. We'll be able to integrate nutritional and dietary management and counseling with our routine work. And when you begin speaking with your patients, you actually find that you are becoming a better doctor. And the happiness that you get, honestly, the happiness that I get when I speak with a person who is fasting and I am able to change his or her suhoor meal so that fasting is easier. And all I did was to say, reduce the ghee, reduce the salt and spice at suhoor time. You can take whatever you want after iftar. And before you begin your fast, why don't you take some ghee or lauki ka raita, one of the most humble dishes in the world. That is all I did, but it makes me happy. It makes the patient happy, and it achieves better health for all of us. When I speak with a patient and I say, do remember to take electrolyte rich drinks throughout the day. It's summer, you are going to your farm to work. Make sure you take care of your fluid and electrolyte balance. And then the patient comes back and says, I really enjoyed the harvest this time. So we wish all our farmer brothers a happy harvest as well. When I'm able to fix up anemia and able to improve symptoms like breathlessness and the heart failure that was being touted to be such a thing that happens to be because of anemia only. If I'm able to do that, then that makes me a very happy person. And I'm sure that's what we are all doing in our OPDs, in our own way, in our own small ways. We are doing this already. It's just that now we have a heading for it, hidden hunger. We now have a framework. Micronutrient deficiency includes fluid and electrolyte, vitamin and mineral deficiency. So now we'll do it in a structured manner. We'll talk to our patients and the public about it, and we will make India a much healthier place to be in. Thank you, and I look forward to questions and comments. And like I said, today is the last day of our season two. Thank you, Ankur, for having been with us on this journey. And we look forward
Thank you so much,
to
sir.
continuing this journey with everyone.
Definitely, sir. Definitely, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for today's session. It's a grateful for the knowledge and experience which you share with us, sir. And I thank all the doctors that who is being the part of this journey and who has traveled with us and by giving you time and listening to us for last 2 years. So thank you thank you all the doctors and thank you Sanjay sir.
Thank you and Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.